since... Yeah, I know.
Doki, Doki.
I lost my voice. Sup, Soul Gamers? It's me, Codepree. We are back to this game called Doki Literature Club. I know I am censoring that out immediately. I'm reminding myself. Well, we're back to this game. I haven't played this in years, and one of my friends is highly requesting me to play this again, and I haven't finished the game for my channel. Yeah, and so yeah, the last time. Yeah, you already see that last time to this person. Well, let's get to this game, and I'll just name you Axton because I want to. Saying my last name is just weird. Hey! Okay, screw this. I am not doing these voices anymore. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance. Oh my gosh, I remember this so much by heart. I remember I had a crappy microphone and a crappy freaking camera. Dang, this brings me back. Anyway, but this time I don't have a camera, so waving her arms in the air like she's totally obvious, like she don't care. To any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but staring around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. Yeah, she has a cigarette voice now, okay? But I got us here this time. Okay, that's maybe that could be offensive to somebody. But I don't care. Well, anyways, maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Yes, that's me, Naxton. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hee. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the streets, become increasingly speckled with these other students making their daily commute. By the way, Axton, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm really... wait, my bad. I told you already I'm not really interested in joining any club. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join the club this year. Did I? I suppose it's possible that I did in one of your many conversations where I dismissingly go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn about how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a net in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? No, don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sorry wants me to go check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me. Sometimes I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Yeah, meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club just inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to an anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make me promises. Don't make promises you can't keep. I say that all the time. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, a new member is here. I told you. I told you. Call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. And I'm not changing that voice if y'all watch the other series. Sayori always say nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Axton, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. And I told myself I wasn't going to do the impersonation, but I am still. The hell's wrong with me? All words escape me in this situation. And this club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Sayori. That's her. And this is Yuri, the smartest girl in the club. I'm sorry, I'm sounding like an idiot. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet you too. Did they never boop? Anyways, and it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? And they say they are 18 years old. I call bullshit. That's right. It's great to see you again, Axon. Wait, Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She said it's nice to see me again. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class the last year. Okay. Okay. I'm overthinking things. Probably I don't pay attention to her. Roll with the flow, okay? Roll with the flow. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely, it feels a little, you know. You too, Monica.
Oh, sit down, Axon. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I make them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? I better kiss my microphone to use hers. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready?
Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first and then Monica follow. Nine follow, yeah.
It's delicious!
Don't kill me. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but to notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the top teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be pastime for me, but I at least enjoy the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monika's really a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised. There aren't many more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah.
Well, we'll do our best. You know it.
Everyone enthusiasm agrees. I'm such an idiot for reading. Don't make fun of me. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I could keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Axton, what kind of things do you really like to read?
Well, considering how little I read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, huh? I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly compassionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
Well, I like a lot of things. Stories and deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if the story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horrors is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Why is that?
Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about key things, don't you, Natsuki?
What?
What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't You Say It Out Loud. And give it that back. Fine.
Your cupcakes are your poems. Everything you do is just as good as you are.
Sayori settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems.
Well, I guess sometimes. Well, why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. One must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri?
Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set up an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I want to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Axton?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth and what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Let me sound like more Richard. I never said I would join this club! Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry. I thought. Axton.
You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing a poem is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came by for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
How long have I been reading this? Monica looks over at me once more.
Axton, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Axton, since we're already done, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Well, in reality, I actually chose these 2. Personality wins me on this person. The beauty won me on these 2. I see you as a sister. Anyways, will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Yeah, we talking. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Yeah, so what? You got a problem? I'll play this game multiple times. So I'm gonna make this the quickest video right now, and I might have to end right here for now. I don't know what I want to do or what to think. So I want you guys to make this decision for me. Comment below for this. Which girl you want me to do? Okay, which girl you want me to write a poem for and stick with through the whole entire game? And I'm not doing this for my sake, I will do it for you guys. If you say Natsuki, I'm gonna say hell nah. I don't just pick by default. Nah, I'm lying, I probably might. Whoever you want me to start off first, and I'll just do that. So, crush the like button if you're enjoying this video, and my horrible voice acting, because I keep yawning. And press the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I am destined to see you guys in the next video. And I am back in this game, and I'm really ready. So far, I want you to pick which 3 you want to go for. And I'm gonna go off your choice. Probably not if you picked the wrong one. I already picked my 4th place one, so that's not happening right away. So, peace out, my dudes and dudettes.